For nearly 30 years, I've been involved in green development around the world. Never once have I ceased to be amazed by what's happening in China. China has become a global leader in environmental protection. I've always asked myself, how did China do this? What did China do right? To find answers to these questions, I will embark on a journey of discovery. I will meet old and new locals who lived through China's green transformation.
以前我们开石矿买石头，现在我们叫买分级。
他说你保护生态，其实就是发展生产力。
Are you happy to be here?
Yes, I'm basically satisfied with my life here.
I will look at marine waste being recycled. Are all these items made from ocean plastics?
Of course.
Watch bamboo shoots fuel a booming industry. Is there anything you cannot make from bamboo?
Yeah, almost everything.
Everything?
Yeah.
And join volunteers cleaning the beautiful West Lake.
保护西湖没有时间表。
It's quite heavy, but it's okay. My final stop is Shanglongshans Green Power Bank, a marvel of clean energy storage, driving Zhejiang's sustainable future. Oh, wow, that's fantastic. What truth do these stories reveal about China's environmental governance? Who are the everyday heroes that have brought about China's green transformation? I'm Erik Solheim, and here it begins, my China quest. "20 years ago, this river was called the Soya Soup River. Not because it tasted though, but because it was brown and black from pollution. And look now, green and clean and with fishes. And I would love to go for a swim as soon as there is more water in the river. And I'm eager to figure out how did Zhejiang create this miracle." What happened to these rivers is just a small part of a much bigger picture. It says a lot about how things are changing in Zhejiang and in China. But to find out how it all began, I need to first visit a place only a couple of miles from here. Right here in Anji, in August 2005, then Party Secretary Xi Jinping made a famous speech. He said that green mountains and green rivers are as valuable as mountains of silver and gold. At the time, China was very polluted. The speech was a sea change, and now China is on the path to construct an ecological civilization. This is Yuzhun village in Anji County, East China's Zhejiang province. Today, lush forests thrive, rivers run clear, and the village is buzzing with green tourism and sustainable growth. But it was not always like this. 20 years ago, Yuzhun was known for its abundant limestone resources. Over half of the villagers used to make a living from mining. As a result, the village was shrouded in dust from constant mining. Forest and vegetation were badly damaged. Stones like this provided the income for the people living here. But of course, the price was the environment. The air was toxic, the rivers were black, and it was dangerous work for the miners with a big hazard to their health. So in 2005, the Yu village decided to close down all the mines. But that transition was not easy. At the time, Hu Jiaren, one of the local leaders, played a key role in helping the village go through this difficult transition.
当时我们肯定开党员大会、村民代表大会啊，我们叫民主大会啊。当时我们开会的时候呢，可能要表决通过，就是我们开始要把水泥厂要关掉了。当时我们环境带来大面积的破坏，人都有了，身体不好了，这个钱再来干嘛用
？Are people now happy for the change?
当时这个变化，老百姓都是肯定有想法。当时呢，自己没车路，但是我们有村委会，我们统一引导，我们到外面去考察，考察回来以后呢，引导他们，开拖拉机的，外面跑运输，他们出门在外打工也好，做生意也好。现在我们的老百姓啊，就这个一个转型啊，一个过程。外地人到一村打工啊， 但是很多了，我们都当老板了。
So it was both environment and economic progress for the people here.
习总书记啊，在05年来的时候呢，我们就这个时候就矿山已经关停了嘛。这个时候呢，我们把矿山关停，发展凶险经济嘛。以前我们开石矿卖石头，现在我们整个宜春搞旅游，现在我们叫买风景，就是一个崭新的。现在宜春是世界旅游乡村了，世界各地的人都来宜春了，那我们的经济收入肯定高了。
From selling stones to now selling the scenery was the story behind this stunning transformation. I met Panchun Lin, a former tractor driver in the mines, who opened Yutsun's first guest house in 2005. Can you tell me a little bit more about how you made the decision to change from the mines to running a homestay?
05年之前，这边生意啊比较难，但05年习总书记提出了绿水青山，就是金山银山以后，渔村的生意开始直线上升，来安吉的游客也越来越多。我觉得我这里开农家乐位置啊，在安吉县比较中心，我相信这里会有客人。
And then in 2020 you had a very famous visitor here, which was President Xi himself. So what did he tell you?
在这个院子里面，他说让我们保护好生态。他说你保护生态，其实就是发展生产力。保护生态的同时，生态也会回馈大家。
In these 20 years since you started the homestay and since the transformation of Anji started, what's the main change?
我们以前是满天粉尘，河里面污水横流，山上的竹林打得横七竖八，还要会孤死。渔村当时都是年纪大的人，没有年轻人愿意留下来。但现在不同了，现在我们的山变绿了，天变蓝了，再一个我们也变化了。我们以前是一个矿工，但我现在是一个小老板，是一个企业经营者，还带着一帮同事一起在奋斗。05年的时候，我们的人均收入只有7、8千块钱，现在我们的人均收入7.4万。以前我们都是矮矮的2层楼，你看现在家家户户住小别墅，还有每户人家里都有小汽车，都的人家里有好几台。
With this change, this transformation of Anji, younger people are attracted and coming here?
是的，我们的新业态、新经济人数已经达到1200人，已经超过了我们渔村的原住民。因为我们渔村有一个全球合伙人项目。
The Village Global Partners Program that Paul mentioned began in July 2022. Since then, dozens of projects have taken root here, covering everything from culture to technology. More than 1,000 young people from across China and abroad have come to live and work in the village. One of them is Shuo Li. Inspired by Yutsun's scenic cycling trails, she left her well-paid job in Shanghai to start a countryside cycling club.
Careful. Turn right. You okay?
Yeah. Are you happy to be here?
I think happy.
Yeah.
I'm basically satisfied with my life here. So, how do you feel here?
Oh, I like it. I love this very much. Today is a beautiful day. So, perfect temperature, not too cold, not too hot, sun is shining.
This mountain is called Long Dragon.
Long Dragon?
It's
Okay.
1,100 meters high.
Okay. Numerous villages in China. Why did you come to Anji?
I think for Anji, the location is a primary reason, or the location is crucial because it's close enough to Shanghai, Hangzhou, and the other cities in East China. You can come by high-speed train from Shanghai. It takes only like 1 hour or 2 hours. So if you come by car, it takes only 3 hours. So that will allow you to have a very nice weekend in Anji. And besides, I think the natural resources is the most important reason. Because here, I think you know, Anji is the birthplace for the two mountain theory. Mm-hmm. What is the theory? The green mountains and the clear waters are as valuable as gold and silver. Yeah. It's true that the environment is very good, and the nature, the air quality, and everything here is perfect for a cyclist. And then besides that, I mean, for cycling, the biggest attraction lies in the mountains. You can see the roads, the paths, in the forests, in bamboo forests.
How do you attract people to come here?
I think it's a very good question. For the last year, I put a lot of effort in discovering the cycling route in this area. Because I think the more cycling routes, the more cyclists will come. Because the urban cyclists are not very familiar with this rural area and the mountain area. So what I can do here is go deeper into the mountains to find out, to check out all the possible roads and paths, and make suitable routes for all level of riders, so that people will know that whenever they come to Anji, they will find their best match.
And what was the reaction from the people?
I think so far I received quite positive feedback from the people in this area, from the cyclists, from the cities, from Shanghai, from Hangzhou, from Hong Kong. They all like this place, and they can understand the reason why I choose here, because we are the cyclists, we have the same experience, and they also told me that this is kind of their dream life.
But it's still a very brave decision when you have a life, you have a set life, and Shanghai is a wonderful city, and Anji is a small place. It doesn't have a city life like Shanghai.
Actually, I didn't realize this is a brave decision, like you said. After I came here, people asked me this question again and again. Then I started to ask myself whether I was brave to give up some kind of life in Shanghai and live in this village. But I think for me it's like a natural choice, because I always wanted, even when I live in Shanghai, I wanted to have a rural life which has deeper connection with the nature, daily connection with the mountains. So I think it's kind of core from my heart. I hope for me it's a good choice or right choice, because I always wanted to create a new lifestyle which I can immerse myself every day into nature. So I hope this would be a right choice even after 5 or 10 years when I think back of this experience.
我们把这个颜色分类一下。
Like this, yeah?
They call them the blue miracle.
Are all these items made from ocean plastics?
Of course.
And while the mountains inspire a new way of life, down by the sea, another transformation is underway. The United Nations says plastic make up the largest, most harmful and most persistent share of marine waste, accounting for at least 85% of it. This has become a global crisis, demanding urgent action now. So what is China doing about it? In Taizhou, Zhejiang province on China's eastern coast, the answer is taking shape through the Blue Circle project. This groundbreaking initiative has started a new model that turns marine plastic waste into something useful, renewable materials that can be used again. But how does this system work? In a scene unchanged for generations, fishermen in this area head out before dawn, trawling coastal waters in search of a good catch. But nowadays they're just as likely to return with nets full of plastics as with fish. That's because the Blue Circle project pay fishermen and coastal residents to collect plastic waste, cleaning up the sea while supporting their livelihood. The Blue Circle project was launched with the support of the local government, and it pools resources from both enterprises and individuals.
主要是我们政府引领出台一些相关的政策标准，然后制定了这边的一个平台。那么企业呢，来主导，因为企业自己去运作，然后有一个市场化的收益，激发它前端收集人员的这个积极性，让这个整个工作可以循环起来，一直往前去推进。
One key player in this effort is Blue Circle technology. Using advanced tools, the company has built a platform to track, collect and manage marine waste, while also finding ways to get the public involved. The company's collection hubs, known as the Blue Houses, are where ocean plastic waste end up after they are pulled from the sea. Here, waste is sorted and processed before beginning its journey from pollution to a new resource.
Hello, Ningtao.
Hello, hello.
I heard so much about this place. I think it's wonderful.
I will show you around this way, please.
Thank you so much.
这边是我们位于台州市浙江区的小兰之家。现在现场的工作人员在做一个分拣的工作。
Can I try?
Yes.
So, how do you actually sort out these bottles?
我们把这个颜色分类一下，那这有颜色的放在这里，没有颜色的放在这里。
The color bottles go there.
对。
This one there. This one
对。
Here. Even if it's red.
这个它通过机器挡了，它自动浮出来了。
So when the fishermen bring in all these bottles, how much money do they actually get?
海洋的收过来2块一斤，我们当地的收过来是7-8毛一斤。
Okay, that's quite a difference.
对。
So let's continue working. I'll help you. Once sorted, the bottles will be sent to a machine for compression.
艾瑞克，您可以往里面倒。
Okay.
Yes. 那我们可以把它捋上去。
So, how does it work, this machine? 你是通过这个压 This one? Okay.
The compressed bottles are then secured into cube-shaped bundles using binding ropes. But this is not the final stop for these plastic bottles. From here, they will be sent to a recycling plant for a new journey. Veolia Huafei, a French-Chinese joint venture, is one such company that plays a leading role in China's recycled plastics industry.
This is our warehouse.
Okay.
And you can notice that a lot of bills of bottles.
Yeah.
For the one bills, you can guess how many bottles you think it's high.
It's huge. Many thousands, maybe 10,000.
That is much more. And for one bills, it have almost 40 to 60,000 bottles.
Oh gosh, it's a lot. And this you can turn into new products.
Yes, all of this we will process it. After that, it can be reused.
So far, Veolia Huafei has processed nearly 10 million marine plastic bottles.
So this bills is from washing
Yeah.
and ocean plastics.
But what is the real difference between ocean plastic and plastic from land?
You can notice that the color and it's different. For the ocean plastics, and it stay in seawater is longer, and the color is different. It's yellowish, and there are the higher salts and the chlorine is also higher.
Is it more difficult to recycle the ocean plastic because of the salt and other factors, or?
Yes, the high salt, and you know in the sea waters, the chlorine is different than the tap waters. It's 100 times higher. Yeah, so we need to remove this. So this is very difficult. We need the water treatment system to do this.
But if recycling ocean plastics come at a high cost, how can efforts like these remain sustainable in the long run?
越来越多的那个消费者其实愿意以更高的价格来为我们的海洋环保买单，也有非常多的那个企业愿意投入更多的那个成本来去做海洋的保护，来践行自己的 ESG， 所以他们也愿意以高于我们这个新生的这个塑料的价格来采购我们的海洋塑料，所以说这个从那个商业上是完全没有问题的。
Back in the recycling plant, marine plastic waste undergoes a series of processes, including crushing, cleaning, melting, and pelletization.
The bottles have come a long way from the ocean. Now they're turned into these cute small diamonds. They call them the blue miracle.
Once they leave this factory, these particles are turned into consumer goods, like the shoes or the clothes we wear. Are all these items made from ocean plastics?
Of course, you can see this jewelry is made from the fishing ropes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. It's really impressive. It's such a horrible pollution, so that's great.
Yeah, and also this chairs. Yeah, you can see this all is made by the ocean plastic. Yeah.
And this?
Yeah, it's a scarf.
Can you make these from fishing, from bottles, from
bottles?
Ocean bottles?
Bottles. You can see it's made from 5 waste plastic bottles recycled from the oceans.
Oh, it's unbelievable. You can turn bottles into this beautiful scarf.
Yeah. So when you use the scarf, you can reduce 5 bottles in the oceans.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how do I know? How do I know that you are not fooling me?
You can see this have a QR code. You can see the visual traceability.
Oh.
Yeah, when you scan it, you can see collected by whom, stored by whom, and also transported, palletized, and proceed by whom.
Well, that's truly, as you say, visual traceability. From coast to factory, each piece of plastic is carefully tracked via the Internet of Things and blockchain technology, making its journey fully traceable and transparent. For its efforts in tackling marine plastic pollution, the Blue Circle project was named the 2023 Champions of the Earth, the United Nations' highest environmental honor.
我们所有的创始人其实大部分都是来自台州，而且大部分人都是从小就在海边生活，从小在海边长大。他们对于海洋是有非常深的热爱，有感情在，所以大家也想为海洋做一点事情。同时的话，我们也有这样子的技术，可以来做海洋那个治理，来解决了我们原来海洋治理的过程当中不知道垃圾在哪里。也不知道垃圾收来之后，下游的就是各个方的那个资源和人力物力的这个衔接，怎么样做能更好。
Now the model is being scaled up, both across China and onto the global stage.
因为是从我们国家层面它也是把蓝色循环的模式在全国去推广。那么我们浙江省呢，基本上沿海的它都已经建立了这个模式，相应的收集和处置都已经打通了。我们的企业通过参与到蓝色循环，它也感受到了有很大的一个国际市场。那他们现在很多相关产业的企业，他们都在跟国际的相关的市场在对接，希望能给全球在这块贡献一个中国的力量。